RudeNation, we're back, baby. Episode 176 of the RudeBoyz Power Hour Plus. First time I ever got that right. It was the first time I actually read it ahead of time.
It's because you're not 9 beers deep when we're
It's not
starting.
that, it's I just am prepared, you know? By prepared. Okay, fuck you, bitch. Alright, asshole motherfucker. You wanna come at me?
Wow.
Huh? Yeah, right? Wow. Darth Sidious looking prick.
Wow.
That was sad. My feels.
This is probably the biggest hood I own. And I love it.
Could you just, like, wrap it around your face real quick? Alright, now beat him with a glass bottle.
Glass bottle.
Ping! Ping! That's the kind of fun you get here on the RudeBoyz Power Hour Plus. We're in Rudecember right now. Little personal problems, personal issues going on at the Charm side of things. Trying to lock down a schedule for streaming and recording and everything like that. We just put out the RudeBoyz Top 10, 5 days late, with all the intentions of putting it out on time, but whatever, you know, we're kind of struggling. Hope to get better in the oncoming year. Hope to maybe also bang out one more episode before the Rudies. Rudies are coming. It's Rudy season, and it is also Hype Train season too, so everybody kind of get on board for that stuff. Those are very good annual episodes of the RudeBoyz Power Hour Plus. Who are the RudeBoyz? I'm Sherm.
I'm Tom.
We host a little podcast here. Thank you for joining us. If this is your first episode, or if this is 176 episodes that you've already listened to,
we apologize.
And then some, we do apologize, but we do appreciate you listening to our program. But if you're new to here, you're new to us, we're on a whole gamut of different podcast networks. Apple, we just got on YouTube Music.
I'm gonna make a name for myself.
We just got on, I just put us on YouTube Music proper. We usually put the episodes out via YouTube, like a video podcast, but now it's available through YouTube podcasts. I don't fucking know. But we're on Spotify, we're on TuneIn, we're on all these podcast platforms. If you show up on your fucking Wrapped, let us know. You know, I usually don't like to wrap it up, but, you know, I got clipped. They took my balls. But that's a thing.
Your balls, your vas deferens.
Speaking of balls, speaking of beans, our home away from home, our host with the most blowst Podbean network. We appreciate the Podbean network. We've been on it for almost 6 years almost, I think. Specifically 6 years, because we did a little...
Probably 7, I would say.
Yeah, 7?
Yeah, probably 7.
Okay. Well,
the first year was that bullshit.
Yeah, those are the lost years.
Yeah.
The freshman years, if you will. But now we're super duper seniors.
We've been let back a lot.
They won't let us go. I don't know. We're probably like a nuisance. We're probably like a threat to ourselves if the school lets us out. So they just keep us in here. It's really bad. We're like fixtures. It's terrible. But anyway.
With this great content.
RudeBoyz.podbean.com.
Flick that jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell all the way.
Anyone who listens to us is part of the RudeNation. We love that. We love everything about you. We have a social media presence. You can go to our linktree, our linktr.ee/RudeBoyz. That link is on our socials. It links to our socials, our Instagram. What else the fuck we on? Facebook, YouTube, X, Blue Sky. We're going to try to get better at on this upcoming year. Threads, which looks like a fucking wasteland.
TikTok for now.
TikTok for now. Ooh, yeah. Instagram, we pretty much post a lot of but we do have our Discord. You say we post a lot of bullshit, or it is bullshit we post?
Well,
yeah,
yes.
well, yes, correct. But this year we opened up our Discord, the Rude Zone. So join that. The short URL, everything's on our link tree. But the short URL would be bit.ly/RudeBoyz Discord, all lowercase.
Is that on the link tree as well?
That is on the link tree as well, Tom. Thank you for asking. Also on the link tree is our YouTube, which has archives to our shows, and our Twitch streams, twitch.tv/RudeBoyz469. I think I got it all. Just search for RudeBoyz469. You'll find us.
Yeah.
And we're here. We're ready to roll. Episode 176 of the RudeBoyz Power Hour Plus.
Chris.
I'm thirsty. Yes.
Well, speaking of, who's in our mouth?
Yeah. So we're almost treating this almost like a reboot or something. You know how every issue. Well, we're going to talk about you reading comics. every comic has to give you like a little bit of like, if this is Baby's first comic, they got to be like, who the fuck are these people? That's kind of what we just did.
Yeah.
For like 5 minutes. Whew. Who's in our mouth, Tommy? Our beverage of the episode. Looks like to me the champagne of beers. Our drink of choice, the Rudy of best drink of the year for the entirety. Except we had that those coffees that one time, the Rebel coffee.
Yeah,
that was pretty good. But this I think was tied. Miller High Life, established 1903. The champagne of beers. 2 glass bottles, clink it up. Whatever you got, drink it. Ooh, that hits. Man, whoa, okay, you alright? I drank like half the bottle at once. We had some Miller Lights earlier. This is like a meaty beer compared to that, which is not saying much.
Meaty beer for 2 beefy boys.
Let's go, yeah. Gotta write that down real fast. So, hold on, let me write that down. Meaty beer for 2 beefy boys. I like to do a little notes as we go. Yeah. Speaking of notes, we got some recap we can do. It's been a little bit since we recorded the last episode of the podcast. So, yes.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't know. You had a
little.
I was going nowhere. I don't know if you could believe that about me. I was not going anywhere.
A little bit of comic book news.
Yeah, you want to talk some comic book news?
Yeah. They're going to be doing Predator vs. Spider-Man in 2025.
I'm a big fan of their crossing over the Fox properties that Marvel's been doing.
Yeah.
We talked about it earlier this year, late last year. Wolverine vs. Predator. Mm-hmm. The collected edition, the graphic novel, if you will. Really good. And right now, currently, or just finished, the Avengers vs. Alien.
Yeah, with that amazing art. Oof.
Well, the cover art's one thing.
That cover art is terrible.
That's an emoji on our Discord.
Yeah, Captain America, not impressed.
And I think that they did or are doing a Black Panther vs. Predator as well. But now, yes, recently announced, or recently as opposed to when we wrote this note, and it's going to be in our hype episode, Spider-Man versus Predator. Yeah. So, could be neat. It's Spider-Man, it's Predator. I think it's still the same creative team who's been doing all the Predator books. You know, not the Predator books, because there are a Predator line of Marvel Comics, but the Predator crossover stuff, I believe, is written by the same team.
Right.
Which is cool, man. Like, I mean, I don't really... honestly, I'm not reading the Black Panther one, because I haven't. I think they really shot the load with Wolverine vs. Predator. Like, I mean, that's the fight I want to see. Yeah. I don't mind seeing Spider-Man versus Predator, but, like, that's the fight, man. Wolverine versus Predator.
It's going to be Spider-Man getting his ass beat.
Get out of town. This was Wolverine getting his ass beat, but guess who can also kill a thing? Wolverine.
Yeah, but you know what?
What's Spider-Man going to do? Unless they do, like, a team-up.
But Predator and Wolverine, they definitely, like, they gave ass beatings to each other. Like,
no, I get it, but, like, Spider-Man's got a code.
Yeah.
I'll just put it that way. But I'm still interested. You know, it's our boy Spidey.
Do Punisher versus Predator. Homeboy has
maybe
no
Predator
code.
will show up. You know what I mean? Like maybe
Well, Predator will show up in Spider-Man vs. Predator.
Punisher. Maybe it'll like spread out a little bit more of like the Marvel-y mythos. You know what I mean? Like other. Nah, I'm with you. It wasn't like Wolverine and the X-Men versus Predator.
Right, exactly. I mean, you saw
Wolverine
some of
can handle.
that's
what I'm saying.
X-Men, but no,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited about that. It is on our hype episode, so we will talk about it when we do our hype episode for 2025. Get on board when the train comes a-rolling to your station.
Choo-choo.
Processing what just happened.
Get 2 sips in this guy.
Listen, I'm excited, man. The hype episode, the Rudies and the hype episode, I'm always a fan of.
Yeah, you better do some editing.
Edit this dick. What do you want me to tell you?
What? Those you take pride in?
I do, yes. No, you're right. I do. I do. What have we missed during this interim of recording, Tom? War Games happened.
War Games!
I have not watched. The only bit of special wrestling, air quotes, I watched was just Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
which happened as per recording last night.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I like the vibe, you know,
Yeah.
like with they do like when they do like that old school Raw.
Yeah.
That was kind of the vibe I got, you know, with the neon
Yeah.
and the announcers and the referees dressing a certain way.
Yeah.
Like I like that stuff, you know.
The 25 pounds of makeup that they had on Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yeah, well, that's Jesse for you. What are you gonna do? Jesse was always very flamboyant.
Well, because he looks super old without
Well, yeah,
makeup.
no, he really does.
Like, I
Yes,
mean,
he
they
really
just
does.
they just
Yeah.
put so much makeup on him to be like, let's try to make you look young.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. I look. I have no issues with that. Like, I mean,
He's a sexual Tyrannosaurus. That's what they say, you know? That's what they say in the Predator film. It's a callback. So tell me a little bit about War Games, because you watched
it
it.
was very predictable.
Cool. Tell me a little bit about... what else happened?
I mean,
NXT?
honestly, the women's War Games was definitely a lot better
That's
than,
what I've heard,
than the men's
That's
War
what
Games.
I've heard.
Apparently everyone fucked
Safer, apparently, too.
Apparently, which is beyond me, especially with the shit Io Sky does.
Right, yeah. She's insane. She's in... it's Kyrie Sane. Never mind.
Good try.
I'm like, wait a minute. They don't call her that.
Definitely enjoyed that more. Fucking Rhea Ripley's mask was badass looking.
Yeah, that was cool, yeah.
But, like, the men's one was like, alright, cool, yeah, there's friction between Punk and Roman.
Well, of course, yeah.
You know, and yada yada. And, like,
two big dogs, man. But
I was like, okay, cool, so they're going to keep building that up, and I was like, alright, so is Punk going to end up turning heel? No, of course he didn't.
It's called planting the seeds, brother. That's what that's all about.
I'm still really enjoying this whole Finn Balor, Damian Priest back and forth.
Okay.
Because Finn cost Damian Priest the
at Survivor
title.
Series.
Yeah, Survivor
Right.
Series.
And then they just had a 3-way on Saturday Night's Main
Yeah.
Event. Right.
But I mean, I don't know. This first year's War Games was good.
Yeah.
I mean, they were fucking super hyped for Sammy because it was in Montreal. So
Okay, yeah, sure, I'd imagine.
you know, what Montreal or was it in Quebec?
It was some in Canada.
Yeah.
Some place in Canada.
Yeah, it was somewhere in the Great White North.
Some place in Canada. And then a little NXT deadline happened as well.
Yeah, that was I mean, again, fun.
Yeah.
Fun to watch. I mean, you know, they have that kind of like that TNA King of the Mountain.
Yeah, the Iron Survivor.
the
We were
Iron
talking about
Survivor.
that, I think, leading up. I think we talked about that last week, I think.
Yeah.
It was just like a whole lot of like that can't really run in the main event, the main roster, you know, because
No.
it's just very, like, remember they did the championship scramble? Like, that was chaotic, you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, like, I think that the modern fan might see War Games and be like, I don't even understand. Because even, like, when I'm watching War Games in 2024, 2023, because I didn't watch War Games this year, will still be surprised when I finally hear the bell ring. Because I'm like, oh, right, technically the match didn't even start. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and I think the WWE ones have been pretty predictable, because then it's like, they all kind of like, you know, but I have no history for War Games, but it is very convoluted, and like I joked around last time we talked about this, they still have to give you the rules for the Royal Rumble.
I know.
40 years into this fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like, we get it.
And
They get thrown off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I get it.
It
You guys
is-
start giving me the rules for the Money in the Bank next time,
Yeah.
which they still do.
Yeah, climb the ladder, get it.
Yeah.
Whoever
They
has
have
the
a contract
briefcase
for
has
a
a contract
year.
for a year.
See, it's almost like we've heard this
Shut up, Michael
many
Cole.
times. It's usually the announcers. But
No, it's usually Michael Cole when they have
maybe
this
it's both.
when they show the splash screen of it.
Well, maybe it's a little bit of both.
my
But I mean, how's
God.
wrestling doing, Tom? Wrestling seems to be
WWE seems to be building up.
pretty healthy, right? Pretty
yeah,
healthy for this
absolutely.
year, right?
I would love to see. I mean, I would love to see TNA actually get like a TV deal
Like
somewhere.
a proper TV deal.
Couldn't tell you shit about AEW.
Yeah, AEW right now, it really just seems, I'm just so apathetic towards it.
Yeah.
And I don't know I don't know if a lot of that is because I think Punk brought a certain buzz to it.
Yeah.
But just seeing like guys come in from WWE and get squandered or take spots away from other guys, or just like, what are we even doing, or blowing your load, second time I use that phrase, on a random Dynamite for a dream match, you know what I mean, which is cool, pop a rating. WCW did that also in the late 2000s, but early 2000s, I mean, in their late life. Whatever. I don't know. It's just so like nothing making me like even want to throw it on.
Yeah, and then
you know what I mean.
And then
they also have really. I'm gonna say one thing real fast. They have very shitty editing on social media. Like they'll like talk about a promo on like the official Twitter account or whatever. Okay. The video will cut halfway through the point. It's like, but the video is also like 3 minutes long. Like, what are we doing here? Like either just give me what you want to show me, or don't. You know, like like it's very much like even like if they want to show like highlight a match, either show the highlight, show the full match, or show or like cut it in a way that you're like it just abruptly ends. Yeah. You know, and I'm like, it's like that's just dumb. You know what I mean? Like that's amateur hour. Yeah, it's bush league shit. If you ask me.
I mean, your editing is better than what they do.
I would say so, yeah, because they have no editing.
Yeah. Like, I mean, they've even ruined Ring of Honor for me.
I think the whole Ring of Honor situation was Tony, I want more toys. That's it. And now I have a tape library. Yeah. Isn't that cool? Like, great. But what are we doing with it?
Nothing.
And I understand, like, they need to negotiate a TV deal for that as well, but they're still running pay-per-views, but, like, they have it's on, right? Like it's on online or Honor Club or something?
Something like that. Apparently, Final Resolution was on Friday.
TNA show.
Yeah.
Yes.
And AJ was backstage.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I was going to say Shay.
And they were saying that, like...
Because we're not talking about the...
AJ Lee. We're talking about
the
AJ
woman
Styles.
that showed up on Final Resolution. Tessa Blanchard.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah. She did. See, this is why, like, TNA needs to get some sort of TV deal. So it's like, oh, shit, right, that happened.
Right. I mean, they write on internet buzz, and right now it's kind of negative because...
She's back.
She's not bad. She's a bad girl.
Yeah.
She's not bad. She's not a good person.
Maybe she learned her lesson.
Well, apparently the people don't believe it. And I don't mean the nobody fans. I mean, like, the boys.
The people
the
backstage.
boys and the girls. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Management, but
who the fuck knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Santino, what are you doing?
Fucking Santino, you piece of shit! What did you do? I can't believe Santino did this.
Exactly.
Unbelievable. This wouldn't happen with what's the dude's name?
Scott D'Amore.
Yes, thank God you read my mind. This wouldn't happen with Scott D'Amore. Maybe it would.
Yeah, but they were saying that AJ Styles wasn't on crutches. He wasn't in a boot.
That's
so
good.
Maybe he'll show up at. Oh, dude, he shows up. He returns at Royal Rumble and wins.
Oh God, the Rumble. Yeah, Rumble's late this year, right? February 1st. Yeah, I don't.
That would be so cool, and maybe we'll actually get a good cut of him returning, unlike his debut.
Ugh. Or even Edge's return was fucking botched up, man. Yeah. Fucking Kevin Dunn, piece of shit.
I do. The camera work for WWE's gotten better.
Yeah, I see. Honestly,
I see improvement, but I see room for improvement.
Don't want to be fucking WWE dick riders, but you gotta just give. Very good, but like it has from God, like we have been in the doldrums of
Vince and Kevin Dunn,
like 2000 since 2009. It was just so like, what is even this? To the fact that like people would be like, oh God, thank God for TNA and Ring of Honor, and then when AEW showed up, but like now it's like,
thank God for WWE.
Like I mean, and God bless him, man, for turning it around, especially after all the Vince allegations, being sold to THQ. Wow, TKO.
THQ, it's in the game.
That's EA Sports.
Oh, same thing.
It's not, but all right. You know what I mean? Like going through all this transitional period, getting a fucking Netflix deal, man.
That's gonna be weird.
In a few days, it's gonna be on Netflix. It's gonna be live on Netflix, regardless of...
A few weeks.
Days or weeks. Days comprise weeks.
Shows up on Chris Jericho's favorite day.
Oh, God. Why am I only just catching that now? Oh, shit. That's hilarious.
January 6th, 2025.
I can't wait for people online to be like, Chris, are you gonna watch? Are you busy this day? Are you gonna watch it? What do you got going on this day? Oh my God, that is very funny. But wrestling is always gonna be fun.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, it wasn't for a while, but it's fun. You know,
yeah, it is.
And the Rumble, again, like, I mean, who the fuck? Jesus.
The only positive thing I have to say about AEW right now is the fact that I have not seen the Young Bucks on TV in a while. So that's actually a positive because they fucking suck.
That's very funny.
They fucking blow.
That's very funny. That the best thing you could say is an omission of something else.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. Well,
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good catch up on wrestling. I like this like single topic catch up that we just kind of like a topic of the episode.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Nation. We have had a long standing idea to tack on something else special for this episode, so we'll see if we end up doing that. We'll see how long this episode goes. Tom's yawning already. Good fucking start.
Chris.
Chris.
What have you been up to?
I pulled up my fucking train app because it's the same color as the docks
Did you bring
icon.
What the fuck?
So,
oh my God.
Oh, the fan's on.
Oh my God. My eyes.
Whoopsies.
My eyes are tearing.
The goggles do nothing.
It's boring my sinuses.
But.
Oh.
With Rudetober finally wrapped up, and whatever games I talked about at that point, I finally finished up the RudeBoyz Game Club game, Marvel Midnight Suns.
Okay.
With the DLC.
Okay.
And you actually sat and watched the cutscenes.
Yeah.
Right? So you have a gist, which I think is probably one of my favorite parts of the game. You know, just the interactions, seeing these characters all kind of mingle and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't get to see the final fight, though.
No, because
it just went cutscene, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, just let me play the fucking game.
What are you talking about?
Just let me play the fucking game
instead of play the game.
Instead of every fucking 5 minutes there's a cutscene. It's like, I get it, shit's bad.
Oh, you didn't like the cutscenes?
Dude, well, no. So I like the cutscenes watching it as if it was a movie.
Yes, okay.
But I didn't like, when I'm playing it, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I got to play for 5 minutes and now I have to sit through 20 minutes of cutscenes.
Oh,
awesome.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I did not realize. I thought.
That's why I jumped ship.
Oh, okay. So the final battle itself.
How many cutscenes happen during it?
Several, because it's the final battle. You know what I mean? It's actually pretty interesting. So it takes like your 3 strongest characters, and then it's like, I guess it goes in order of like decreasing strength. So it's like, I think it ended up with Hulk, Blade, and I think Ghost Rider.
Okay.
For me, again, because I guess that's how they were leveled off. And you can then like tag them in and out with, I guess like Wolverine or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I didn't get that far. It turns out your character, the Hunter, has got controlled by Catan. Okay. So you have to fight the Hunter,
right?
As your 3, but you have to you have to like.
I saw that in the cutscene.
Oh, okay.
I just said I.
No, I understand that, but I'm trying to, because I think what happens is you see those cutscenes, yes, but they do change because it's based off of how the team is set up. Because the second portion of the fight, you have your 4 characters that have the highest friendship levels, and then they have to kind of like set seals out to like capture Catan. Well, I guess it's spelled the same way, but no, yeah, it is spelled the same way. Magic seals. No, magic seals. Oh. That's not even how it fucking goes. Kissed by... What the fuck? Give me a little bit more of that, please.
How about you just shut up talk about your fucking Midnight Suns?
Oof, that was like festering. I mean,
Would you just?
It's nothing new. It just kind of like
my god!
looks
It's
like
in the cushions.
it is in the cushions.
Oh my god!
God, I have to go to a doctor.
Oh, no, your asshole needs to be sewn shut.
So mine were, I don't know if you can guess. Nico. Magic, Spider-Man, and Captain Marvel.
I call this Team Cake.
Well, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, a lot of cake in that game. But I really did like it. I think.
No, yes.
I'm watching. No, I'm still baby in this one. I think generally, like, as a Marvel game, to me, it's up there. You know what I mean? But I also like Guardians of the Galaxy. You do not like Guardians of the Galaxy. Actually, there was a retrospective video that popped up on my YouTube
Did you realize
suggestions.
how bad Guardians of the Galaxy actually is?
No, I'm like, God, I want to play this game again. Like,
okay.
But you're more of like a what? You're more of like a Ultimate Alliance guy, right? You know?
Ultimate Alliance,
Snap.
fighting,
Right.
Snap.
Right, okay. Yeah, I think I guess I gravitate more towards like one with like a more of a story, or I guess, you know.
Ultimate Alliance had a story.
Yeah, but fighting games, the fighting game, Snap, you know, like. Right, yeah.
No, I get you.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, shit, dude.
I get you. You're wrong.
No, the fighting games have a story.
Yeah, Apocalypse fucking captured the whatever. Thanos got the Infinity Stones.
But like
Gems.
No, but I mean, like, you know, each person has like has their own path.
Yeah, okay. I'm not saying there's not a story, but I'm saying there's a bigger story in these other games.
This game could have been in Marvel Alliance style, without the cards.
Yeah, but they wanted to. Like, I feel like every time we bring this up,
It just would have been so much better.
All right, well, they want to do something different. And you're right. I didn't really necessarily gravitate to this whole card battling thing. If anything, I think it's probably the weakest part. I think the weakest part is not being able to bang any of the characters, male or female. But then the omission of, but then the next thing would be the card battling. And then it's like all the things that come along with it.
Right.
You know, like add modifications or upgrades and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck. But thankfully, a guy who's as dumb as me was able to get through a game like that because it was accessible enough. So that I appreciate, and I was able to see it through the end. Plus the DLC. The DLC was cool. Dracula was in it. That's neat because you deal with the vampires, which is like a weird, like, it's a different type of enemy, which sucks. But it's like at like halfway through the DLC, I was just like, I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna fight these guys, and just like I would anybody else. I'm not gonna treat them differently. I need strategy. Like, no, just hit them hard enough. But
I don't give a fuck. Just give me X-Men Legends 3.
Okay, sure. There you go. Hey, who knows? Maybe you will.
I mean, it only took almost 15 years to get Ultimate Alliance 3.
You're not wrong. Speaking of Marvel games, though, Tommy, another little Marvel game came out recently that we can both speak to. Up on our Twitch. Hold on, you said?
You said speak to. You probably should have said speak on.
Or both. I mean, I'm not speaking to it, but I can speak to it. Grammar Nazi over here. Marvel Rivals.
Yes.
The newest hero shooter from
NetBase?
NetBase. Featuring all your favorites.
Dude, this game...
Luna Snow and Loki and Jeff the Land Shark.
He's a little terrorist.
And not Deadpool, surprisingly, even though you would think that character...
They're
coming.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in there that should be in there.
You've gotten into it way more.
Yeah.
Nation, you can see my 100% life playthrough of it on twitch.tv. There you go. Twitch.tv/RudeBoyz469 or archive youtube.com/ at... Did I say that right? youtube.com / at RudeBoyz469. You can check that out. RudeBoyz be streaming Marvel Rivals. So talk to me a little bit about Marvel Rivals, Tom.
Well, I was waiting for you to be
Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
So, like you said, it's a hero shooter. It is an Overwatch clone, but I do like this a lot more because one, it doesn't deal with Blizzard,
right,
and two, it's not first person.
Isn't Activision the more problematic portion of Activision Blizzard?
No, Blizzard was.
Blizzard
as well.
was.
Yeah.
All right. Not to be like, oh, which one's better, but like, I was just curious.
No, Blizzard was terrible before they acquired Activision.
Ah, gotcha. The other way around. And then Microsoft acquired all of them.
You done?
To correct you, never.
Yeah. Anyway. Dick. The fact that this game is free to play and you start off with 30 plus characters.
Oh yeah.
Is like the roster itself is pretty good.
They definitely put their best foot forward. Again, for somebody who does not play these games, I told you I turned it on just to get a look at it before I streamed, and I was like, what the fuck am I even looking at? I'm stressed out. I don't know what's happening.
I know.
You know, but the costumes look great. I think the art style, which we did poo-poo when it was first revealed or leaked, we were very much like, this does not look like... I mean, we ate our words. I think when we first saw or heard about this, we were like, this is not for your boys.
I mean, my
and
words.
You've definitely gravitated it towards it.
Yeah.
More than you thought you would. I played it, so that's better than I would have done.
And I thought
Thank God it was free to play.
I thought I was gonna have to use a controller, but I was just like, let me try doing it again with the keyboard and mouse, and I was actually doing better.
Awesome, that's awesome. Who do you main as someone? Because I know you have ADHD and you have 1,000 fucking FF14 characters out. Have you played as one person more than Punisher? Okay,
he's the easy.
Same.
He's the easiest,
right?
And then I'll branch out and try other people just to kind of.
Yeah, of course.
It's only been out for a week.
This is true. Yeah.
So there's time to figure out who my main is.
Right, yeah, of course.
Trying to use Wolverine, I'm not a fan of getting up close and personal.
Right. That's the little bit I played, I was like, no, I don't like that, you know.
Yeah. Jeff the Landshark is a horror.
Right.
Hawkeye's a pain in it. People playing as Hawkeye.
Right.
Because they'll just they just zoom in on your head and they fucking headshot your ass. People playing as Iron Fist is terrible. I hate that character.
Right.
But no, it is fun. Like you said, we ate our words. This is actually the second time this year I've eaten my words.
Just the second time this year?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, what was the first time?
We'll get into it. When I get to my watching.
Okay, then. Let's wrap this Marvel trifecta up.
Okay.
We also got into the studio, we'll say, the physical edition of Marvel vs. Capcom, the collection, whatever, fighting game collection.
Yeah.
Which includes X-Men Children of the Atom, Marvel Superheroes, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and there's Punisher, the beat 'em up. I feel like there's another weird Marvel vs. Street. I think it's just Marvel vs. Street Fighter. If I didn't just say that, whatever.
Yeah. I played the Punisher beat 'em up.
Mm-hmm.
Shit is it's just straight up you like Final Fight? There you go.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of check out. You played through it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice.
And it's weird because if you're only playing as one, and I did try to switch between Punisher and Nick Fury. If you're playing as one player, you play as the Punisher.
Oh, okay.
So the second player is Nick Fury.
Right, I got you. Did you fuck around with the actual fighting games?
A little bit.
Okay.
And then I saw something shiny.
Sure. But it's out there.
Yeah.
And it's apparently a really good collection. Obviously for games that everybody would never think that would ever come out, and especially specifically 2024.
Yeah.
Or really ever since it was last released, probably 15 years ago.
Yeah, because I think they also released, Arcade 1-Up just put all these games in a cabinet as well.
They had them, so I think that might have gotten the ball rolling on that, because I guess maybe the licenses were up to date or whatever. Yeah. So that's great, don't get me wrong. We'll see what happens next, because now really the ones you're missing now are the the X-Men the arcade game, the Spider-Man the arcade game, Spider-Man the video game it's called.
Never getting that.
Hey, listen, I mean, again, the licensing is going to be very tricky with, obviously, Konami and whoever has the X-Men license, because that's another thing, too. It's who has the Marvel license, who has the X-Men license, who has the Spider-Man license.
Yeah.
Like, it's all,
Right.
you know, like, what game is this? Is this a Spider-Man game? Then I guess it's Sony. If it's a Wolverine game, then I guess maybe Sony, too. I don't know. But, like, hopefully, you know, money's to be made. I'll just put it that way. Money will be made.
Dude, they drop a physical copy of X-Men Arcade. I don't give a shit how much it is. I will fucking buy it.
Sure.
Because, that was a lot of fun. The Punisher. Like, I never played that. The
No,
Punisher
I never played it either, yeah.
I mean, all the fighting games I played, I've probably played all of them in, like,
at some
one
point,
arcade or another.
Yeah, at some point, I've played all of those as well.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it. I don't know if it's a big shock. You know? I'm not good at fighting games, but I just love to watch them and the lore, and I like them. I like the concept of them. I'm just terrible at them.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, hey, what I'm not terrible at, Astrobot.
Yeah.
I finally got the platinum trophy on that.
Good.
We did have a stream. All of it is on our YouTube archives. It is of middling quality because I ran into some severe internet issues. Even to the point now I really can't comfortably stream for my PlayStation, but whatever, it is what it is. So this was for me. But I hit the platinum on Astrobot. And this was right around the same time as the DLC also launched. So cool, great.
Right.
But the DLC was all speedrun levels, which are not. I'm like, no, thanks.
No,
like,
you don't like speedruns?
I don't like speedrun.
No?
I mean, I could do...
You? No.
I enjoy it, but, like, if I have to race against, like, a ghost, and then I have to beat that ghost to, like, get an Astrobot, then I'm like, I don't even want to do this. I'm going to have to look up a strategy to do it and cheat the system. You know what I mean? It reminds me a lot of when I had to get, like, some medals in, like, F-Zero GX.
Up, down,
where I'm
down,
like,
left, right.
That's not how that works. But they did also release a... this is also the Game Awards Game of the Year, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord.
Which,
man.
again,
there is a God.
So many people salty about it.
I think because of...
Like, Elden Ring should have been it. It's like, bitch, the Elden Ring shit that came out was a fucking DLC. Shut the fuck up.
There was such controversy about that. I thought that was going to win. You know what I mean? Because it was like, why is this game nominated? Why is this game, air quotes, nominated? Why is this content nominated for Game of the Year when it really shouldn't?
Right.
It's going to win. Oh, because it's going to win. But no, Astrobot won, man. So it's great. They did just release like a Christmas-themed DLC episode.
Oh, yeah?
Level, I mean. Which apparently has like the Spider-Mans in it and I think Gex. So I want to check that out at some point. But I'm kind of back into Star Wars. I want to try to get into that. Obviously, these aren't my initial impressions, but these are my updated impressions. This game is fun. It will probably be cheap, and it is a lot of good Star Wars stuff. So I would definitely, I would recommend to just maybe keep that on the lookout.
Sure, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's definitely less stealthy than it started, based on updates. So you might even enjoy it.
Yeah, because
but it's cool just to see, like, just to go in these environments. Like, you can explore Tatooine.
Sure.
And, like, I took a screenshot of Jabba the Hutt, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this looks like right out of Return of the Jedi. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, wow. Like, it doesn't look phony baloney, you know? Like, there are some other characters which I won't... Jabba's was in, like, the trailers and the commercials, so I'm not... Yeah. And it's about the underworld.
Yeah.
There's another character in this game who I just ran into... does not look a thing like this character, does not sound a thing like this character.
Right.
So you get the good and the bad. I think it's the aliens. When you see the aliens, you're like, wow, that looks great.
Yeah.
When you see like humanoids, you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Speaking of Jabba the Hutt, did you see Jeremy Allen White's going to be...
Jabba's kid?
From
the fucking Clone Wars?
Oh, they got to make him like Mojo 2, where they try to make him sexy looking?
Mojo? No.
Did you ever see Mojo 2?
Mojo 2?
Yeah.
Are you talking about, like, Mojo from, like, X-Men 97 when he was, like, all svelte and shit? Well, he was, like, skinny, but, like,
You keep talking. I'll show you.
Yeah, we don't need this dead air. Well, I was going to actually just throw it to you because I just talked about Star Wars stuff.
Well, I haven't really played much of...
But have you watched any Star Wars?
I've watched a lot of stuff.
So that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, well, anyway, real quick, that's Mojo 2.
Alright.
Where they tried to make Mojo.
I didn't need that.
No one did.
Save his background. You've been watching something that came out recently that is Star Wars related.
Yes, yeah. And this is the thing that also made me eat my words.
Okay.
Because I know when we were talking about this on the hype episode last year.
Or this year, for this year, yes.
And even when the trailer came out, I was like, ugh, what the fuck?
Right.
I don't need it. Star Wars Skeleton Crew.
Okay. I haven't gotten into it yet.
Really fucking good.
Nice.
Cleans the palette of that bullshit that was the Acolyte. Which
great.
It kills me because I was so hyped for the Acolyte.
Same.
And I was so downtrodden on this.
Do you think that has anything to do with it? Well, I mean, the Acolyte was not great. I'm just going to be honest. It wasn't like it didn't meet expectations. It just was not any expectations.
So this doesn't deal with any, like there's Jedi bullshit in it, but it's not solely...
Also why I think you might like Outlaws.
Oh, yeah.
Like, as the Jedi games have Jedi stuff,
yeah.
This has... I mean, I'm like 40 hours in.
Right.
I have not seen a single Jedi.
Right, yeah.
I'm obviously doing a lot of other side stories.
I just love the fact that there's other shit out there.
Thank you.
Than space magic.
Yes.
That's why...
There can still be space magic,
and
but
honestly,
like, it can go over there.
That's really why I liked Han Solo. The
Solo film.
The Han Solo movie.
Yeah.
Like, there was no space
magic. Or even
magic.
Rogue One. Rogue One was, I mean, minus Vader and the one Force-sensitive dude.
Yeah.
Like, that was it, you know? Like, it was a movie about a war amongst the stars. Yeah. So, what is the... Just give me the quick premise of Skeleton Crew, especially since you've seen the first two episodes. You saw the third one yet?
I've watched... Yeah, I'm all caught up.
You're all caught up.
This planet, doesn't exist on any star charts or anything. And it's like a legendary planet, and these kids, they end up finding a spaceship, activating the spaceship, and they end up going into space.
Okay.
Jude Law ends up joining up with them, and he's...
I know Jude Law plays a character, but like it's just Jude Law.
Yeah, he's kind of a scoundrel.
Okay.
You're like, what is he?
Yeah, no, that's what I've understood. I want to kind of get into this ASAP.
The main male kid character. He's your typical annoying kid character.
Yeah.
Like he's like Ezra in the first two seasons of
the first
of Rebels.
Okay.
Then the main girl character, Fern, the actress, she was in the Firestarter remake.
Okay.
I like her.
Okay.
She's your typical we gotta find a way home. That's
she's like the leader.
That's what. Well, it's like
it's an ensemble. It's a group, right? Yeah. It's like 4 kids. 4
4 kids.
People.
Huh?
Well, because there's an alien, right?
Yeah, you got you got the elephant,
right?
Looking kid,
right?
And then you have I guess she's not a droid, but she has cybernetic implants. I'm enjoying it so far.
Awesome.
I just hope it doesn't flounder.
Right, I understand.
Like Star Wars shows tend to do sometimes.
Yeah, no, I know. It's very all over the place a little bit.
But no, I definitely, I highly recommend it.
Oh yeah, no, believe me, it's on my radar. Once I finish up Shogun, which I'm watching and I'm enjoying.
Nice.
I want to get into that. Penguin's on the radar too. There's one more episode of What We Do in the Shadows before the finale on Monday, as per recording. So then that's done. You should definitely binge those.
Oh yeah, no, and that's...
And I know that's how you've operated with What We Do in the Shadows. But yeah, I'm excited for all of that.
Nice. Penguin, I think you're gonna really like.
Oh yeah, especially after I saw the Batman, which I don't know if we talked about last episode, but I dug the fuck out of that, man. That was really cool. Regardless if I did or I didn't, I enjoyed the fuck out of it.
It's not on the watching.
Well, I'm just coming. So, well, all right, whatever. This is riffing, baby. Loosey goosey.
Stop. We're past loosey goosey shit.
But something on my radar, which I was like this close to watching last night, but it was 2 hours long. Alien Romulus. So you watched it, though.
I did.
We were going to watch it on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But
we ended up
it got away
talking.
from us, yeah.
I won't talk about it too much because I want you to watch it, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
It was good.
Okay.
That's. I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
So I think you'll like it.
Okay.
So.
Well, yeah, I'm very intrigued about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I did actually watch a movie in theaters.
Without me?
I know, crazy.
That's
I
weird.
saw it with the girlfriend. We saw Wicked.
How was
that major motion picture phenomenon going on right now. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I knew exactly what I was getting out of it. You know, it's a musical, so like it. I feel like those movies are the take my brain out and watch. You know what I mean? As opposed to, I know people say that about action films or whatever.
Right.
Those ones I can't shut my brain off. Like this one, I'm like, yeah, this is literally like a Fantasyland television show I'm watching right now. It is a Wizard of Oz prequel, which is oddly enough, you get a lot of prequel saga, you get a lot of prequel trilogy stuff pulled from it because it's like, I mean, you read the book, right? So you know, but it's like how did the witch get her hat? What was the Cowardly Lion doing? You know, and it's like all stuff like I didn't need those questions asked, but like it's like, oh yeah, I get it. You know, yep. You get the
answers in song.
Yeah, of course, yes. And it's a two-parter, which we must have known at some point, or the whole time. I didn't until the movie was released, and then so I mean I knew going into it.
We'll be getting part 2 of that before we get part 2 of Beyond the Spider-Verse.
At this rate, yeah. But yeah, we'll talk about the Wicked Part 2 and Wicked. This is Wicked Part 2. In the hype episode.
John Wicked.
Oh, man, the crossover nobody asked for. The
crossover we didn't know we were getting.
So as far as the catch-up goes, Tommy, you've been reading a whole lot. Someone got a little tasty of Marvel Unlimited, I think, also.
I did.
Yeah.
Marvel Unlimited, really fucking good, really fucking dangerous.
Sure.
Well, first, you let me borrow... Doom.
Yes.
Very weird. Like how it takes place in the future and I was like,
written by Jonathan Hickman. It's a one shot. Doom, I think refresh my memory. He tries to fight Galactus because Galactus took it to the Celestials or some shit. Yeah. Okay, so he was like all powerful.
And then he took it to battle the Earth. And like all the heroes and like Valeria is...
Isn't it Valeria?
Whatever.
Okay. I don't know.
Probably Valeria. You're probably right. It was like one of the only survivors, and she's on a ship, and they find Doom's body, and that's
his like godfather, her godfather.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he kind of forced himself to be the godfather.
Well, I mean, it was a deal. It's not a force if he was the one who delivered, and he was like, listen, I'll do it under this... It's called a negotiation.
Dude, he was straight up like, I'm only going to help deliver this child if I could be the godfather and name her after my dead mother.
Sure, I mean, come on now.
Dude.
I think that's only fair.
He's an asshole.
Well, he preyed upon the goodness of Sue Richards' heart, you know?
And Johnny Storm's dumbness.
Well, yeah, I mean, Johnny Storm's...
I'm
upset about him.
Yeah, no, it was good. I mean, it was Hickman.
Yeah.
Very Hickman-ish.
But it is, I mean, since you read it and it came out this year, it's going to be as part of the Rudies.
Sure.
Up for contention.
You also let me borrow Unlimited Spider-Man #1. This I really I enjoyed Hickman. A lot more.
Yes, no, this was really good. And this is as much as I read of the new Ultimate Universe as well. I have not read, I mean, I've seen things online, but I've not read any more of it because I wanted to kind of like whatchamacallit, like kind of like enjoy the first one along with everybody else, you know what I mean? So
it pretty good, like how like Peter was never bitten by the spider.
Yes.
because the maker sucks at life.
Well, the maker wanted to not have heroes, right? I
Yeah.
think that was the whole point of this new Ultimate Universe.
Yeah.
Like, however these characters formed,
Yep.
we're just gonna take that out of there. Yeah.
Like, I think he killed Tony Stark, and now
I don't even really know
Tony Stark's son is Iron Man.
But he's like future son. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I again, I'm not super involved with how the this new Ultimate Universe is, but that's kind of the gist I got.
Yeah,
too.
that is. Yeah.
And instead of Uncle Ben dying, Aunt May died. Instead of
But she
I think
died
Norman died.
she didn't. She died in a attack.
Yes, in the attack that I think spurned this whole this new universe.
And like Uncle Ben and J. Jonah Jameson are like best friends.
Yeah.
And they worked together at the Daily Bugle, and then they got fired, or Jameson
tried to do their own thing.
Jameson got fired.
Yeah.
And then Uncle Ben left. And
they went together.
You saw Kingpin already, so...
It seems like Kingpin's like almost like the big bad of Ultimate Spider-Man, which is kind of like how the other Ultimate Spider-Man was.
Yeah.
Kingpin was a pretty big player.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. In addition to Goblin Men and suits that cure cancer that turn into monsters.
Uh-huh.
Ultimate Universe.
So, with Marvel Unlimited, I read Wolverine... Black, White, and Red.
Okay.
So this was a lot. I think they've actually done a Spider-Man one.
Yeah, black suit and red.
Right,
yeah.
and they did a Carnage one as well.
Yes, that I know they did.
So pretty much, it's like it's drawn in black and white.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said it like that.
It's okay.
But there are splashes of red.
Okay.
Like when Wolverine goes into his like berserker rage, his eye they'll make his eyes go red.
So they use those three colors.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was, and some of the stories, and it's like writers are doing different stories, and Chris Claremont does a story.
That's pretty cool.
Madripoor.
Is it multiple stories?
Yeah.
And it's just okay. I didn't realize. I thought it was maybe like a 5-issue.
It's like an anthology.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I like that idea actually. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. So like, I don't know if the Spider-Man one has happened. I think it did.
I think it might be happening currently, like right now.
Right. So yeah,
that's what currently means. By the way, I don't know why I said both at the same time.
I mean, I know why.
Well, yeah, I can think so too. I've got a couple ideas.
So reading the Chris Claremont one also made me read all of the. This year they did Madripoor Nights.
Okay.
Which. So. It goes. That's focused around Captain America, Black Widow, and Wolverine.
Yes.
Because, like, Wolverine and Captain America saved Black Widow from becoming like the master assassin of the Hand.
Okay.
Because that's that they want, like, from like when she was a child. They actually wanted her to be like their next master assassin.
Okay. And
so they saved her, and like those three have always had like a really close friendship.
Yeah, that's what Battle does for her.
Yeah, I mean,
I've played Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, I mean, they saved Black Widow when she was a little girl.
Right. Okay.
And she ages slower because she has a super soldier serum.
Naturally.
So, like, this just kind of goes back into that whole, like, kinship that those three have. Captain America, of course, is like, we shouldn't be doing things this way. And both Wolverine and Black Widow are like, look, this is Madripoor.
Right.
This is, like, an island of pirates. And, of course, Psylocke and Jubilee were involved as well at one point because... Anytime Madripoor is involved, because that's where the three of them first met.
So this takes place like currently, right?
Yeah.
Like in the present day, not like it's not a throwback. Okay.
Right,
but it just deals with their history from back in the day. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Because I know that classic cover. So
yeah.
So I'm just like,
and they recreated that with issue number 1
naturally.
So I mean, the way I'm using Marvel Unlimited, it's like, if a story really grabs me,
Okay.
I may go to the store and pick up the graphic novel.
I would agree
Because
with
it's like,
that.
I don't know if I'm going to keep it.
Yeah.
Like, because I have the year sub right now.
Right.
So it's like, if I keep it, cool. If I don't, alright, cool, whatever. I could go to the store and pick these up.
Okay.
I also read Wolverine #1 from, like, because all the,
Like, which Wolverine #1, though?
I'm getting to that.
Oh.
So after Krakoa fell and everything, all of the books have reset to #1.
Okay, gotcha.
That is... So that's weird because there's something going on where Wolverine's, like, scariest villain, Cyber,
Did you read these?
is involved.
Okay.
He has, like... Now he has, like, the pure form of adamantium
Okay.
bonded to him, and so all these people who have adamantium are going to be getting this pure form.
Okay.
It's like called adamantite,
Okay.
because adamantium was man-made.
Oh, okay.
So, because it's like, I think it's like a combination of that and vibranium.
Okay.
Like, you know, it's like Captain America's shield. It's,
Right, I understand.
It's a homunculus.
Yeah, okay.
Homogenized.
I think you want to say, or something?
Yeah, same thing.
Even though I don't think homogenized is
I don't think so
correct,
either.
but,
I like
homunculus definitely ain't right.
I liked mine better.
No.
I also read Sabretooth Wars.
Oh, you did? You read the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
That was...
How does Marvel Unlimited, like, let's say you wanted to read King in Black, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
How does that handle all the tie-ins? Like,
I haven't done a big story. If I do jump into the Onslaught, I'll let you know.
Okay, yeah.
Because that'll probably be the best way for me to know.
Right. The only difference, I think, because Onslaught was in, like, an Alpha and Omega, and then it was, like, the X-Men's and the Avengers. You know, like,
Right.
you know, everything was branded Onslaught, whereas, like, King in Black was 5 issues.
Right.
But then there was, like, 3 Venoms and 2 Spider-Mans and, you know, Namor and this and that. You know what I mean? So I'm just curious on how that
I think
operates.
there's a way to do it where it's all of them in their reading order.
Right.
And then you could just read the core story.
Yeah, no, okay.
You know, and then I think it's just like, okay, here's all the companions.
Right, okay.
But I think there
That's
is a
pretty
way for it just, here's everything in the reading order.
Right, okay.
Again, I haven't really messed with a big universe story yet,
Yeah.
so I'll let you know if I do.
Alright, cool.
But yeah, I also finished this book called Tress and the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson.
Mm-hmm.
Really good, especially if you're a fan of Princess Bride. I
do like Princess Bride.
This is like, you know, the girl's going to save the guy.
Okay.
Instead.
Okay.
Like vice versa. So it's pretty good. And Brandon Sanderson, he's such a goddamn good fantasy writer.
You do like that gentleman.
Yeah, I'm currently listening to his newest Stormlight archive book, Wind and Truth, and yeah, it's fucking good. Been enjoying myself.
Glad you're enjoying that. And we just hit the fucking gas on this episode, didn't we?
We did.
Wow, look at us. A little bit of structure, like you said. A little loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
But look at us go. I almost feel tempted to not do the rank up and just put the rank up as an exclusive for our YouTube. I'm going to figure that out. Maybe I won't. Now that I'm saying
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, nation.
You may be surprised.
Thank you for joining us. Episode 176 of the RudeBoyz Power Hour Plus. If I'm feeling a little funky, you're going to get the audio for our RudeBoyz rank up after this. If not, please go to our Twitch, twitch.tv/RudeBoyz469, and see if it's still up there. If not, it's going to be on our YouTube page, youtube.com/@RudeBoyz469. And if you missed it entirely, you should just join our Discord. bit.ly/RudeBoyz Discord, all lowercase, to find out next time we do any streaming, we do any recording, we do any other fun stuff with the nation. We got 2025 looming with the Rudies, so get hyped for that. Also get hyped for the hype episode. And I'm still trying to get this into an hour plus. Right now, it's 8, 3, 4. What am I doing?
Jesus,
I'm counting.
what are you doing?
I don't know. I was trying to count down, but at this point,
couple of sips.
we're in an hour, baby. Power Hour Plus.
Ooh.
This has been a presentation of the RudeBoyz Podcast Network.
Oops.